welcome to our Friday the 13th E3 Spooktacular. I'm Leo.
And I'm Joe.
Where are we getting the news? Who's bringing the news? Wow. It's beautiful. Oh my God.
Look at that.
See that thing?
Whoa.
Not so fast. Thank you. What is this? Ooh. No spoilers. There you go.
Oh, thanks.
What a majestic creature. So we've got a lot of E3 news to get into. First off, we'll start with some spooky news for those Friday the 13th fans out there. Dead Island 2 trailer has been shown, and it did look pretty promising. But we all remember the Dead Island 1 trailer, and judging by how much that pertained to the finished product, we can expect that by the time Dead Island 2 comes out, they will have cut vehicles, music, and zombies.
Not a lot of dead on that island.
Yeah, it turns out.
They're just renaming it Island.
People Island.
People Island. Pac-Man will be joining the cast of Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U later this year, which is not a big surprise considering Namco Bandai has been working on the game. Little fun tidbit, Pac-Man was originally titled Puck-Man, but when the game came over to America, they changed it to Pac-Man, so they wouldn't call Puck-Man Fuck-Man. It's true.
We're gonna bleep that, so for the viewers, he said
What's also true is that Man was my nickname in high school. I mean, the full nickname was Man, Joe's very cool and has sex lots and no one calls him a nerd, but people just shortened it to Man.
Man's way cooler, so
Yeah.
I thought that was a real nickname.
Yeah, that's the real nickname, but it was a mouthful.
Possibly the best thing to come out of the VGXs in December was No Man's Sky, and we saw another look at that at E3, this time as a PS4 exclusive. Now this open-world space exploration game's entire world was built in-engine, so the developers have actually said that they don't know everything that's in the game. Which is an interesting statement, and will be a hell of an out when people stumble upon Porno Planet. They'll say they have no idea that was in there.
It's just like a giant titty in the space.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity's 4-player co-op mode has no playable women characters after Ubisoft decided it would take too much work to include them. It, however, did not take too much work for Ubisoft to include booth babes at E3. The lack of representation is understandable, though, right? It takes massive time and resources to make a virtual female character and place them into a game, while it costs almost nothing to place a real female into a wafting cloud of nerd stench where sweaty-palmed men ogle at them. Economics 101, you know.
You should be a poet. That's what we're learning.
Poetry.
You know there are 10 studios working on that game?
What?
On Assassin's Creed Unity, there are 10 different studios working on that.
Wow. That's
And
crazy.
45% of gamers are women. We've known that for years. And yet there were 4 identical men. I have a great joke about this. Ubisoft is a good company.
That is a good joke.
Thanks.
The Legend of Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma is touting the new Wii U Zelda game as being a drastic change from the series' traditional formula. By drastic change, he means that Link now has a ponytail like my weird Uncle Tito that nobody really talks to at family reunions.
I thought you were going to say that nobody really talks about. We don't want to broach that subject. Adventure gamers rejoice. Grim Fandango, the classic LucasArts adventure game, is getting an HD re-release, baby! Woo! On PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. It's one of my favorite games, but honestly, I am f***ing sick of all these white protagonists in every f***ing game. This is the whitest one yet.
Definitely. He's pasty.
He's f***ing FFFFFFS. Some hexadecimal humor.
Nintendo announced that Bayonetta 2 for Wii U will also include the original Bayonetta, along with zany Nintendo character theme outfits for Bayonetta to wear, like Samus and like a sexy Link and stuff. And for those of you that haven't played Bayonetta, the game is about an anatomically disproportionate witch whose skin-tight latex suit is actually made out of her own hair. The game fulfilled a fetish that I didn't even know I had.
We've gotten some feedback from people who don't play video games, and they're going to have no clue which part of that is a joke. Little Big Planet developer Media Molecule tweeted before E3 that they wouldn't be present at the conference. And then, lo and behold, during Sony's meeting, they announced Little Big Planet 3. So, while everybody took this in stride that Media Molecule just lied on their Twitter, not me. See, I'm convinced that the Media Molecule we saw at E3 were imposters.
Oh! Oh! Yo, bud. Yeah, you okay? Yeah. Stay with me.
Oh, shit.
Stay with me.
Should not have been talking about that.
Alright. We're not going to talk about that.
Do you have any more jokes, or?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
You okay, though?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. That's... I hope I don't get sniped for this one.
It's too soon.
To combat the floundering financial situation of the Wii U, Nintendo has announced a slew of new titles for the system. These titles include the claymation-style Kirby and the Rainbow Curse and Yoshi's Woolly World. This is evidence of Wii U's low sales numbers because Nintendo is clearly cutting their budget by making games out of f***ing clay and yarn.
So we've got too much E3 news to keep doing this. We're going to do like a lightning round, just quick fire. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Go.
There have been a lot of what we call in the news industry goofs and gaffs with this year's E3 reporting.
Games,
it was falsely reported on PlayStation. Leo's got some fresh clothes here. We're here at E3 2014. And, you know, we film on the 11th, but E3 goes till the 12th. So we miss about a day gap here where we're not getting coverage of E3. So
what are we going to do about that, Joe?
We're going to fill in that gap, Leo. We're going to predict.
Goddamn right.
We're going to predict E3 2014, the rest of the announcements. Here we
go! Predictions, baby.
Microsoft responds to the public nicknaming their Xbox One system the X-Bone by releasing a limited edition Xbox One completely made out of the bones of the elderly.
It's a solid prediction. So, Nintendo has been releasing information about a lot of new characters that are confirmed for the new Smash Brothers. I think there are more to come. I think we're still going to see Mario and Luigi's mom, Wario's mom, and the ever-radiant Waluigi's mom.
Wow. What does Waluigi's mom look like?
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's a beautiful lady.
Imagine Waluigi's body, but with like a hot lipstick.
Sony will announce a reboot of Parappa the Rapper starring Snoop D-O-double-G, which is slated to release Q3 of 2015. This game came into being forcibly when Snoop Dogg rolled up to Sony's headquarters blowing blunt smoke at all of the employees inside. Sony executives tried to reason with Snoop Dogg, but he just kept repeating, "I'm the boss dog," while sitting in the CEO's big leather chair. The only thing that made Snoop Dogg leave was telling him he was the star of the new Parappa the Rapper video game, which made him stand up and just shuffle out quietly.
Does like the dance moves a shuffle? Or do you actually shuffle?
No, like he's high as hell and he shuffle. Is that from the bullet wound? Or are you still getting...
I think it's just the altitude. I'm sorry. I think PlayStation is going to release a PlayStation 4 with PlayStation 1 hardware inside to appease those nostalgic 90s kids who hate how good everything is nowadays.
Are we good to keep rolling?
Yeah, don't worry about it, dude.
Okay, just making sure you're tasting your own blood right now. But you have a dedication to your craft, so I'll keep going. Because of Wii U's poor sales, Nintendo are rolling out a brand new console to compensate for the lost sales. Titled Nintendo Wii U 2, the system acts as a giant MP3 player which can only play the entire discography of the band U2. Bafflingly, you cannot skip any songs, and you have to listen to all of their albums in the order of their release. The system has no pause function or volume adjustment, just one setting. Full blast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, U2, baby.
I'm all for products that are based on puns. I think those are strong bets for things that we're going to see in E3. Steven Spielberg is going to return to E3 like he did last year. This time saying he's canceling the Halo TV show he announced last year. He's going to be unveiling Games Are Dumb and for Kids, the Microsoft exclusive television web show. I mean, I know he hasn't said anything about it yet. He maybe hasn't read my email, but we've got a couple days here. I think we're going to hear from him. Dude, your nose is bleeding.
What?
Your nose is f***ing bleeding. Look at your f***ing nose. You're no. F***.
We gotta get off this mountain.
Here's my rap, I love to rap.